Sent towards a solution we are co-creating with Konza, which is basically a solution to have an end-to-end digitization of the policing, end-to-end digitization of policing services. Yes, and it's a user-centered one, a citizen-centered, where the citizens are able to interact with the police station, report their incidences, be able to file if it's a crime, send a photo of the crime, be able to also reach out on emergencies, book appointments with the station, and if need be also to hire police services. So if they need to hire a band, they need to hire, security services, and so get the full bouquet of services that they can achieve in a police station, and therefore no need for them to go to a police station, get their services at their convenience, at the comfort of their home, but also have a good ability to be able to track whatever they've raised to the station and ensure it's been followed through to completion. This would significantly save, time, interaction, obviously improve the user experience for the users as they interact with the station. And so basically what we would then have on this would be ability for the users to report their incidences in a very simplified way, and where they are unable to type the text, we've also made a provision for them to record a voice, send it back at the station, or to translate back the recorded voice into a text, and therefore the officers being able to act. Because we also, how to locate for them the nearest, have to struggle to identify where the police station is, and then of course they can also send it as anonymous, people who are identified, and there's a complaint or a witness, and they can hire police services. They can also raise complaints that they would like to get filed, whether for feedback or general complaints on issues that have arisen, that they should be able to raise from here. And as I said again, for emergency services, we've provided different capabilities on the system where when they tap it directly and they would like to report on example, it goes direct to the channels for police, Twitter, Facebook. We know we are in a digital youth group that they should be able to communicate on that. And then on, via SMS and via calls. If we can pivot very briefly to the station, or if you have, I don't know if you had a question here, sorry. So the station level, we appreciate also that they need to completely digitize the paperwork that exists today, save the millions of shillings that the police are using on printing papers, but very importantly have a seamless experience in being able to trace occurrences. And this system provides deep data insights for the decision makers at NPS. You can see it goes all the way from, this is the IG's portfolio that they can be able to see across the country, real-time the occurrences that have happened over the day, and they can also filter at a longer duration if they would like to see a month. And it can also drill down all the way to a station to see the occurrences for only one station again across all the incidences in a real-time way, and with ability also to be able to filter from a time perspective. When an OCS logs in, the profile changes differently, and they're only able to see the records for their own station alone. When the regional commander it varies with different levels. If my colleague Francis could very briefly run us through the rest of them.
Thank you, Excellency. My name is Okudongori Francis. And apart from what we have on the dashboard, which we can navigate through seeing the prisoner status and those in custody, we as well be able to see the service efficiency when it comes to the turnaround time of case management, which we are aiming to reduce so much in this one because of the availability from the metrics we are collecting from the Usalama to now be able to map, do all that matching. We also have the ability to view the country's map in terms of the specific metrics that we in, and from there we are able to basically see the top and low performing counties in each and every metrics. We can drill down to a sub-county and to a police station. The occurrence book, which captures the daily activities in our station, is very crucial to giving us the analytics we are talking about on the dashboard. So when you look at a sample case, we are able to drill down and add in more persons involved, vehicles, exhibits, arrests, statements, abstracts, and other related OBs that form the occurrence entry. And then what is coming from the Salama feeds is what can as well be translated into an OB, an occurrence book, as well as the hiring of police services and the complaints and feedbacks can be seen from there. These registers help us be able to monitor all the activities in a station and now contributing to the metrics we are having on a station. An officer is able to apply for a leave, loan, and tasks that have been assigned. They can be able to see from here and now take an action. Those occurrence books, of course, can be able to tag, and we have formations which can be tagged here in various departments that now can act on based on the incident that was reported by a citizen. Of course, we have the ranks, which now translates into the roles that we have into the system, And of course, the settings side, most settings happen here, and this is what now helps us bring down the management of the entire application and have the management of the dashboard, which now contributes to the intelligent decisions of the entire country. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Your Excellency, we can proceed.
So what is the plan? What is all this about?
So the plan now is to enable the citizens to then they download the applications once rolled out, and then on their own.
My question is,
Yeah.
we have been having a conversation with the National Police.
Okay.
And our plan was always to try and see how we can digitize the notorious occurrence book. The OB.
Okay.
The OB has always been a problem.
Yes.
Sometimes things are entered in the OB and then they disappear.
Yeah.
And then it becomes very difficult to know what actually happened.
Yeah.
And it was the reason why